Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some more Blumhouse news. As you've probably seen already, Blumhouse are now taking over another horror franchise. And when I say a horror franchise, there only has two movies in this franchise, and that is My Bloody Valentine. Now, the original was a classic in 1981, and I think the 2009 remake, My Bloody Valentine 3D, has got a bit of a cult following now, 15 years on, of course. And I think it's now time to bring out another My Bloody Valentine movie. I think this time Blumhouse have chosen wisely. They've not taken on a massive franchise like Friday the 13th or Halloween or Scream or anything like that. They've gone a little bit lower. Now, again, My Bloody Valentine movies are top-notch films, in my opinion, but at the same time, they're not that popular. So if they make a mess like they did with The Exorcist, and some would say they did with Halloween, it's not a massive issue for them anyway, for their business. But I think a good thing is, when they've announced that they're taking over My Bloody Valentine, they've not mentioned, for the first time ever in a franchise, they've not mentioned, we're taking My Bloody Valentine and we're doing 3 movies at least. They've not done that. I think they've learned a lesson from what they've done with The Exorcist. They took on The Exorcist, they're saying they're doing 3 movies, and then moving forward with that. They're not doing that this time, thankfully, for My Bloody Valentine. I think what they need to do with this film is give us a story that could end at the end of the film, like similar to what they've done with Halloween in 2018. And if it's successful, and if people like it, then maybe announce another movie. Try not to announce another trilogy or another 2, just announce 1 movie at a time. That's all you have to do. That's what they used to do back in the day. They would announce a sequel, do it. If it's successful, then they can go forward with it. But if it's not successful, at least they've ended it in a way where it could be done. That's why a lot of people love the Scream franchise, because they don't leave it on a cliffhanger. They kill the killers at the end with a possibility of them coming back, and then they end it. They don't really do that anymore with horror films, because straight from the off, they want to make money. And I think that's why a lot of people don't really like these horror films, or a lot of them, because they want to get closure. Fans want closure for a film. Fans also want to see sequels if they're good, but they want some sort of closure where they can go, right, okay, it's ended, but we could bring it forward. But I don't think writers these days seem smart enough to do that anymore. Writers seem to think, well, maybe it's not the writer's fault, maybe it's the studios that are telling the writers to do this, that we want to see an ending where it's completely open, so the fans know that they need to come back for another movie. That doesn't need to happen. So when you go back to the My Bloody Valentine films, My Bloody Valentine 3D was left open completely, but it was left open in a way where it could have ended as well. Maybe, what's his name again? Is it Tom? The guy from Supernatural. He survived and he walked away, and it ended. And even though we never got a sequel, I think we were all satisfied with the end of the film. But if we got a sequel at the time, we would have went to see it, because it was a great ending and a good movie. So when you look at My Bloody Valentine that's coming out now, I don't know how Blumhouse are going to deal with this. Are they going to try and give us an ambiguous ending? Are they going to try and make it smart? Hopefully they go down the smart route, because with them taking over My Bloody Valentine, I'm hoping that they do it justice, so that they're bringing up their portfolio for horror franchises, especially in the slasher subgenre, that they're more than capable of giving us good slasher movies like Halloween 2018. I know that Kills and Ends are a bit divisive. I like Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, and I don't mind if Blumhouse bring on more slashers, but I think they need to get people back on board again. And I think a film like My Bloody Valentine is the one to do that. Hopefully they do it right and they do it justice, of course, and then people start to trust them again. So that if Friday the 13th comes a knocking, Blumhouse can say, well, look what we've done with Halloween 2018. Look what we've recently done with My Bloody Valentine. Give us Friday the 13th. We'll do it justice. We are capable of doing it, as long as we get the right directors, the right writers, the right cast. We can give you a really solid Friday the 13th movie. When I think of Friday the 13th, I also think of My Bloody Valentine. They both came out so close together. So back in the 80s, of course. So I think taking on My Bloody Valentine is a project for the future, not just for My Bloody Valentine for Blumhouse, but for future slasher movies moving forward. In terms of the story for what they're going to go with, are they going to go with the Harry Warden story? Is Harry Warden going to be the one coming after people? Is he going to be a legend that there's going to be like a whodunit aspect of the film. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing, because that's why I really enjoyed the remake, because it was completely the same but completely different to the original, and I'm hoping that they do something similar to this one, maybe take some aspects of both of those films and give us something completely different but very similar to the first two movies at the same time. Either way, I'm excited. I don't care if it's Blumhouse. I just want to see a movie. If it's great, then thumbs up, and hopefully we can get more in the future. But what do you think, guys? Are you excited for the fact that another Blind Birthday Valentine movie's coming out? But what do you think of Blumhouse taking on that role? As always, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.
Meeting adjourned.
I'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone deny